Okay, everyone, keep it down. Cole Phelps joins the arson squad today.
How'd you like porking that German whore, Phelps?
Phelps is up before a review board in December. Until then, he works the arson desk. End of story. Phelps.
Yes, sir.
I don't care what you did or didn't do, Phelps. I hear you're a good case man. But if you fuck up on my detail, I'll have... feet touch the ground. Do we have an understanding?
Yes, sir.
Cap, we don't want a fucking rat like Phelps.
Can it, Tilden? Phelps, I'm partnering you with Herschel Biggs.
I don't do partners. You know that, Cap.
You do now, Biggs. Social basket cases like you two should get along just fine. Biggs will show you the ropes, Phelps.
This is arson. There are no ropes.
It shouldn't take long, then. Start with these two. House fires. 326 South Kenmore Avenue. Steffen's family was out of town when it happened. Then go to 4414 Rosewood, family by the name of Sawyer. Fire brigade will be on location.
Are they suspicious, Captain?
That's for you to find out, detective. Now get out of here. Both of you. Get out!
Ok, ora funziona. Vediamo questo vestito ridicolo.
This guy gave his wife a tap. I'd say all's fair in love and war.
I didn't come to California. Did you see his lovely wife and children in the paper? What a rat. If you were twice as smart, you'd still be stupid.
I'm telling you, it'll never stick and you'll get roasted.
Anche tutta la città poteva prendere per il culo ora. Ma minchia. Oh. Andiamo, andiamo, su, su. Su.
How long have you been working arson?
We gonna do the small talk thing now? Talk baseball, exchange addresses? I don't think so. Feeling down, hotshot? Need a buddy? Or look somewhere else?
So this is how it's going to be, partner?
I already told you, I don't do partners. I seen you on your first day, hero. Walking into the station with your chest puffed out like a little kid at his confirmation.
Madonna.
You wouldn't give me the time of day. And now you need somebody, and that somebody's supposed to be me. Well, it's not gonna happen.
That's quite a speech. I heard you were the strong silent type.
You cracking wise, Phelps?
No, Biggs. I'm breaking the ice.
Just drive, hotshot.
No, io volevo andare fino a quell'altro.
Have there been any other house fires?
This is arson. We get an average of 2 a night. Does that answer your question?
Any available unit, meet the officer. 211 just occurred at 253 Main Street. Unit to handle code 2. Identify.
They can make a claim to the department.
Si è aperto un braccio, raga. Adesso muovevi più di tanto. Ah, ecco. Ci sto. Questo è un po' andato questo già.
Hi, Albert. We've caught this case.
Hey, Biggs. We? You have a partner? What gives?
This is Cole Phelps. You may have read about him.
Oh, now I get it. Hello, Phelps. Welcome to the netherworld of arson. Family of 4 found dead in their beds. Heater exploded.
Hey, another one.
Looks that way. Insta-heat Model 70. Before you get excited, we get a couple of water heaters a month go bang. Take a look around the yard and see what you can find.
Io, che fai, scherzi? Mi metto subito all'opera. Facciamo vedere che è arrivato Cole Phelps.
Mal. You gonna stick it out, Cole? I'm gonna try, Mal. What have you got?
Family by the name of Sawyer. Mother, father, and 2 kids. All in bed from the looks of it. Oh, I'd say carbon monoxide poisoning. The burns are superficial.
Time of death?
I'd say about midnight. Anything more exact will take some time to determine. Lynch tells me this has something to do with a faulty water heater?
Could be. There's been a spate of problems with a particular brand. I've got another angle in mind.
You care to elucidate, Detective? This is a murder and not an accident. Sharing information has helped us solve quite a few cases together.
I need something concrete, Mal, before the department gets wind of it. I'm in arson for a reason.
I feel sorry for your wife and kids, Phelps, not for you. But you're a good case man. One of the best I've ever met. I'll help in any way I can.
Thanks, Mal. I'd say that's firm but fair.
Non hanno capito. A questo tempo qui non era consentito mettersi con i crocchi, visto che c'è stata appena finita la seconda guerra mondiale. Ma vabbè. Che bastardi.
Hey, Biggs! Is this significant?
Regulator valve. Good find.
Detectives? This is the next door neighbor.
Detective Phelps. Can you help?
They were supposed to be going away. They won a trip somewhere. But little Henry got sick, so they had to cancel. What are the chances?
Do you know who ran the competition?
Gulliver's Travel, up on Santa Monica Boulevard.
Thanks. You've been a big help.
Phelps, the guy across the street. I've seen him before. He likes fire.
Hurry, you can still catch him.
Non ricordo niente di Incendi.
Stop! LAPD!
See.
We've got an ID on you, firebugs. Stop right there!
There he is!
Infatti acchiappare. Bella sta visuale. Mi piace un sacco.
What's your name?
Herbert Chapman.
So you like fires?
Some.
Watching them or setting them?
I don't want any trouble.
Turn out your pockets.
You're a naughty boy, aren't you, Herbert?
I keep myself to myself.
Cigarette in a matchbox gives you a 5 or 6 minute delay. You want more time, you use a mosquito coil. Don't you, Herbert?
You like this fire, Herbert?
Hell no. I heard it over the fire radio. Sounded sweet.
When you finish following your leads, come and see me at the fire station. I have a theory about this.
Will do, Lynch. Take this guy in. We might want him for questioning later.
You got it, Detective.
Why have you got such a hard-on for this case? If it is murder, it's almost impossible to prove. Fire doesn't leave much evidence. There's no percentage in this.
I think it's more than one case.
They're house fires, Cole. Accidents, heater fires, gas explosions.
There's got to be a reason.
The reason is you want to be a star again. Forget it. Give it up. You'll feel better.
There's something to this. I know it.
What are you talking about? Arson is insurance. It's always been insurance.
We still investigate the cases, Biggs. The people in this house are dead.
Go soak your head, Phelps. This hero business is a full-time obsession with you.
I'm gonna make this case. I'm gonna rub the department's nose in it. Help me or stay out of my way. You got it?
Ma non è mica, cioè, non mi ha fatto fare niente, è normale, c'è altro. parte che voglio dire, c'è altro, no? Però il cazzo non c'è altro.
Not sure this means much.
Ok. Penso che neanche questo qui sia rilevante. Cos'è un ventilatore? Stavo essere la cucina. Doveva, qui non c'entrano mai lui. Il cone ce l'avevamo. Pure. C'è altro insomma qua. Invece dei pompieri allora. Vabbè, allora noia. Strano, eh.
Follow up on your theory and get back to me. I'll help. But now I need to help these people.
How about the insurance companies write these incidents up as acts of God?
Ho capito. Oh, boh. Niente. Andiamo, Biggs. Let's go, Biggs. Let's go.
I understand you.
Continue to respond, sir. Century Unit 211 in progress, 522 South Hill Street, unit to handle code 3, identify.
Così lontano prima. Eccolo lì. Anche questa è fottuta.
There isn't much left.
There never is if the job's done properly.
You think it was deliberate?
Nah, that's real pain in your face. They would have moved out the things they care about if this was insurance. There's no mileage in this. Hello, Mike.
Hey, Hirsch. Cap this one?
Yeah. Mike Brannigan, Cole Phelps. It's okay, Brannigan. His name may be dog shit, but there's none on his hand.
No offense, Phelps.
None taken. Do you have anything?
The fire started late last night. Steffen's family at Catalina Island. Won some kind of competition. Looks like the only thing they ever won in their lives. And they come home to this.
I'd say they were pretty lucky, really.
You don't have any insurance. Everything they own, including the house, is not a pile of rubble.
Where are they sleeping?
In the car. It's lucky the whole block didn't burn down. Word is they're bulldozing this whole neighborhood to build new homes for GIs. That's the man in the house, in the ruins. Terry lady is his wife.
Well, take a look around. Come on, Phelps.
The guy that was pretending to be dead?
Recently serviced. Could be something to go on.
Gli ultimi 3 anni è stata sempre fatta la stessa persona. Solo questo?
Mr. Stevens? Cole Phelps and Herschel Biggs, LAPD. I know it's a difficult time, but could we have a word?
Don Steffens.
You were out of town.
We won a prize. We had a wonderful time. Came home to this.
Do you still have the tickets?
Sure.
Vedi, il 47 siamo.
It's a formality, but we'll need to speak to the issuing agent. Can you tell me any more about the prize that you won, Mr. Steffens?
Weekend at Catalina Island. My wife got this flyer in the mail from the Suburban Redevelopment Fund.
Did you enter any kind of competition?
My wife filled in a flyer. Lady just rung up and told us we won. It's the first time I ever won anything.
The redevelopment fund. Did they offer to buy you out?
They're building new houses. They showed their money and most of the neighborhood just packed up and walked away. But I never bargained with them.
Everyone else is selling, but you're the holdout, aren't you?
I was the last. I thought I could hold out for a better price. Now, my house is the center lot.
So now you have to take the price regardless.
Looks like it. I've got no choice. I have to put a roof over my family.
That's all we need for the moment, Mr. Steffens.
All right.
What's with him?
You've seen the papers. I guess he's thinking about his own family. I'd say he's searching for some kind of atonement right now.
Any ideas?
It's got to be worth checking out the agent that issued those tickets.
Visione. Alto. Ostacoli. Lui. Guardate che c'è lì, Walter Bishop. Grande Walter Bishop. È proprio lui, guardate. È lui, l'attore è lui.
Cole Phelps, badge 1247.
How can I help, Detective?
I need information on the Suburban Redevelopment Fund.
Yes, Detective. Just checking. The fund is a semi-government agency established to speed up the building of GI homes. It has private investors as well as a government endowment.
Huh. Do you have an address for them?
There is one listed here, corner of Beverly and Mariposa.
Thanks for your help.
Questa macchina qui? Ah, questa è vecchia, ce l'abbiamo. Qui facciamo un manovrone ora, bam. La roba? Mamma mia. Spostatevi luridi cittadini. Sono io che mi devo spostare alla fine, vedi? Ah! Pazzo! Tu sei pazzo! Spostalo mica! Io andavo in bocca per spostarsi. Serio? Dov'è? Voilà.
Detectives Phelps and Biggs, LAPD.
John Cunningham. Can I help you, gentlemen?
We have reason to believe that the Sawyer family of 4414 Rosewood Avenue recently won a competition run by your company.
Yes, I remember them. They called up to cancel at the last minute. One of the kids was sick. Very unfortunate.
Do you mind if I take a look at that?
Allora. Sawyer, se c'è anche quell'altra.
The Sawyer family, Rosewood Avenue.
Come quell'altra? Jimenez, non è questa qui. No, Stevens.
Here they are. Steffens. I'm told the tickets were a prize.
Yes, they were.
You do a lot of these prizes?
Look, there are hundreds of these promotions running at any one time. If you're the lucky guy, you get your name pulled out of a hat.
Insomma, io non ti posso accusare di nulla perché non ho prove, quindi... Io un paio di vacanza entra la famiglia. Pensare alla compagnia di volantinaggio. Vabbè, apriamo, aspetta, cosa dice? Diario. Queste fortunati per il cappello.
While the Sawyer family were supposed to be at Catalina Island, their house burnt down. You consider them lucky?
Christ. I'm sorry to hear that.
Can you tell me who offered the prize won by the Sawyer family?
Sure. Look, there's supposed to be some sort of supervised draw. with hundreds of tickets. But the reality is the Suburban Redevelopment Fund calls me every couple of weeks and tells me exactly who has won.
Tell us about the Suburban Redevelopment Fund.
There's not much to tell. They run a promotion. Our promotion's mailing list covers half of L.A.
So they are not a government agency?
I don't believe so. Government organizations don't usually get involved in promotions.
Thanks for your help.
No problem. I just wish I could do something for that family.
You could put round the hat. A few bucks would really help them now.
I suppose so.
Good. I'll put you down for 50. I could tell you were Samaritan the minute I walked in the door.
50? Are you?
Good man, Cunningham. You're all right.
Yeah, I'm great. Poorer, but great.
Let me guess. You want to check out the Suburban address?
Certo.
Great partners must think alike, Herschel.
Stanno chiamando, sì, ciao. Noia. Ma non sento niente con le cuffie comunque, è assurdo. Col telefono davanti l'ho visto illuminarsi.
Any Central Unit, 211 in progress, 522 South Hill Street, unit to handle code 3, identify.
Perso. Già. Questi numeri ti chiamano, rispondi, sì, Vodafone, una offerta a 1000 minuti, ma non me ne frega niente. Non me ne frega niente. Vogliono capire, tutti i giorni chiamano. Rompi il cazzo, quando sto male mi devono rompere il cazzo.
This is supposed to be the registered offices of the Suburban Redevelopment Fund.
This is an Elysian housing development, Mac.
So Elysian is an investor in the redevelopment fund.
Looks that way.
Are we done here, Mac? I've got work to do.
Sure, buddy. Thanks for your help. Elysian are investors in the Suburban Redevelopment. So what? If you think I'm putting my pension on the line and harassing Leland Monroe without evidence, you're out of your mind. Lynch says we should visit him at Fire Station 32.
Who exactly is this guy, Lynch?
Lynch is a legend. You should feel privileged. He doesn't let many people into the inner sanctum. Keep your mouth shut, and you'll learn something about fires.
No.
I wouldn't feel safe in a tank with you driving.
Oh fratello, ma se quel coglione mi fa zig e zag, io non so dove devo andare. Mi fa incazzare, no, Biggs? Oddio, sti giochi ritardati. Ferma un po'. Aspetta un attimo. Oh. Ah, poi ce la prende. Raga, devo andare a mettere un attimo sull'acqua per farmi un po' di tè. Ce la prende la droga. Prende la medicina, raga. Lo facciamo qui, un attimo, un secondo.
We came as soon as we could.
Anzi, facciamolo subito. No, aspetta, lo sto facendo. Eccolo, 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 eccolo.
Lynch. Biggs, you two investigating the house fire on Kenmore Avenue as well?
Yep. Why?
I had a look around the place while I was out there.
Do you believe the fire?
I deal in facts, Phelps. Evidence of an explosion. No obvious sign of accelerants. Wiring looks intact. Come and take a look at this.
This the heater from the Sawyer fire, Al?
Yes, it is.
Questo 4 su 5.
Huh. Looks like it was recently serviced.
I have a theory, and it's a theory only. I don't have enough evidence to prove...
Al, if you say it's so, we're listening.
Okay, Phelps. You're a bright penny. You have a gas supply. You have a Bunsen burner as a pilot light. You have a regulator valve, and the balloon represents the gas expanding in the room. Now, the gas has to make contact with the mosquito coil to form an explosion. Let's see if you can work out the chain of events. Good, your regulator's in position.
Sembra che altre volte che devo mettere qualcosa in posizione. Forse... Ah no, è il palloncino che va, lo sapevo allora, vedi.
Come on, Phelps. You need to get the arrangement right before we can reproduce the results.
Sbagliato, lascialo lì quello. Voilà.
The gas bubble needs to be next to the coil if it's going to ignite.
Okay, I'll light your pilot and turn the gas on.
You pull the lever on the left to turn on the gas.
So that's how it's being done.
Maybe. There could be a fault with these valves. I've adjusted this one for our experiment, but you need to take it to InstaHeat and see what they say. Their headquarters is on North Harvard Boulevard, number 262.
Thanks, Albert.
You're welcome, Biggs. See you at the next show.
Well, you don't see that every day.
Show?
The next fire. We should go to the factory and see how many of these things are going bang in the night.
You know this Chapman character?
Guy's a freak. Loves fires. He's the kind of guy that we'd like for a lot of things, but we don't really have any credible evidence to pursue him with.
Togliermi, non so. Si sposta, stanno lì fermi, così.
My wife is so dumb, she stares at orange juice for hours. Well, it does say concentrated carton.
I didn't come to California to be a secretary.
Forse devo entrare dove era entrato Biggs. Forse. Oh no.
Detective Phelps and Biggs, arson. We're investigating a couple of house fires. What can you tell us about this?
Pressure regulator from a Model 70, yeah. Let me take a look. We have a problem. This has been tampered with.
What?
You see this diaphragm? It forms a seal across the saddle here. Gas flows across from here to here. The diaphragm regulates flow. It's been reversed. It's a subtle change, but it means the gas never closes off properly.
Oh.
Are these diaphragms prone to failure?
They tend to go after a while. The rubber lasts quite a few years and then it perishes.
So the guys' names that I've been seeing doing the repairs on the heaters, they're fully licensed and accredited.
Sure, of course they are.
You employ accredited mechanics to do this.
We call them installers. Technically, they're gas fitters.
Installers, then?
They know what they're doing, Detective, if that's what you're trying to imply.
Oh.
So you're telling me that this is not a manufacturing fault or service repair?
I don't think there's anything inherently wrong with the design.
You're telling me that you've never had any problems with this heater?
Look, we've changed the design since the Model 70.
These things are still being installed?
It's the demand. None of us could keep up with the amount of housing going up. At the budget end, we're still using some of the old stock. We are installing 100 heaters a week. They're not all faulty.
They're not all safe either.
I want you to get me a copy of the list of your installers.
Okay, I'll get it for you. There, around a dozen of them. The housing business is going crazy at the moment.
A me ce ne interessa soltanto alcuni. Ho già visto alcuni.
This is a long shot. We are not going to rouse that whole list.
I want to run it by R&I, cross-reference for arsonists. See if any of these guys have any previous. Sir, I need to use your phone.
Go right ahead.
Operator, message for KGPL.
Putting you through now.
Phelps, 1247.
How could I help, Detective?
I need to know if any of the following names have a previous criminal history.
Okay, Detective. Run the names.
Acevedo Ernesto, Clemens Walter, Elgram John, Gable Leroy, Kelligrew Peter, Cutner Robert, Limehouse Albert, Manning Franklin, Neves Raymond, O'Brien Thomas, Ryan Matthew, Spurgeon William, Varley Reginald, Zurich Stephen.
Sì, a memoria,
Walter. Previous conviction for arson and malicious damage. Burned down a house in Westwood in 1942. 4-year jail term.
Thanks.
Ryan Matthew, charged for contempt of court, attempted murder, plea bargain down to assault charge.
Anyone else?
There is a Reginald Varley wanted for murder by Detroit Police Department.
Thanks. You've been a big help, young lady.
C'è Dolosi che c'entra gli omicidi.
Your employment roster is quite the rogues gallery, Mr. Rasick. Desperate times indeed.
Non ci può fare niente con sta lista. Non è che tipo indichi roba così, no?
Well, it does say concentrate on the cartons.
Qua che non ci siamo andati.
You lousy bastard.
Did you see his lovely wife
New
and
and
children
improved
in the paper?
model.
What
We'll
a
be selling
brat.
these like hotcakes.
Son, you're a couple of slates short of a full roof.
C'entro sì perché sta la polizia,
See
posso
him?
entrare se voglio.
I saw his picture in the paper. He worked that case with the lady that was cut up like the dahlia.
I'm gonna make him take me to the pictures tonight.
No, bah, lo sapevo. Ok.
Not on your life, Buster.
Posso? Madonna, che pressione che mi segue così, oh. È possibile che... così niente.
Try that again, asshole.
Ah, ecco, però mi ci aveva parlato.
Do you have an address for Clemens?
He's working on an apartment building on Catalina and 3rd.
What about Ryan?
Currently working at a housing development on Normandy and 1st Street.
Varley, where is he?
Beverly and Mariposa, currently working on a new housing development. Hey, Varley's a good guy. You can't harass all my people.
These guys have lockers.
Yes, they do. But my men have a right to some privacy. Don't you need a warrant or something?
Show him and keep quiet.
Here. Happy now?
Stick around, Mr. Rasick.
I didn't come to California to be a secretary.
Leggi autorità. 5 centesimi.
Clemens is a fellow traveler.
Bisogna leggere tutto adesso, facciamo anche noi i bolscevichi, non ho capito? No, veramente? Stai scherzando? Oh, frate, ma esci, dai, oh. No, 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 no. Ok. No, ancora no. Sbagliato, 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 sbagliato. Matthew. Oh. No!
Some light reading on the merciless capitalist machine.
It doesn't appear to be connected. Rilevante queste cose. Basta. Dai bro, su. Fatto quel rumore, aspetta un attimo. Vedi?
Ryan wants the world to be a better place. Don't we all?
I didn't come to California to be a secretary.
Questo è già più sospetto.
My company went through thousands of these in the war. Still got eaten alive. Varley has a problem with bugs.
Ci sta.
You know that a mosquito coil takes an hour to burn down, Rasick?
No, I didn't know that.
It's the favorite choice of ignition by arsonists. Gives them time to get away.
You're crazy. He probably lives near the canals in Venice. Mind if I leave you to it? I got work waiting.
Sì, tranquillo.
3 birds. Clemens, Ryan, Varley. Where to, Phelps?
Andiamo ma da quelli che sembrano innocenti.
Real happy.
Ecco. Poi c'era il camioncino. Questo sta già facendo un altro attentato. No, vabbè. Aspetta però, cioè, un po' di questi camioncini qui.
Jesus, Cole. What's wrong with a good old-fashioned black and white?
Niente, tranquillo. Era soltanto per vedere se era disponibile. L'avevo già vista. Ma le ho prese quasi tutte, quindi. Andiamo. Aspetta che vado a vedere se è pronto. Ma una volta, boh, qualcuno mi cagava. Non mi caga più nessuno. Ma è giusto. Allora, vediamo un po'. Vai. anche il tè, se no ci ha la pasticchina, l'ho già presa, la droga. No, qui si peggiora. Bevi il tè perché se no. Portato via il centralino. Qui è chiuso? Sì, è chiuso. Si fa il giro. Ci mannaggia.
Biggs, LAPD. We want some answers, and we want them quick.
Okay, okay. What's this all about? Just tell me what you want.
You were licensed and worked for Incendi?
I contract for them. So what?
You like fires, don't you, Clemens? You serviced the house on Kenmore Avenue. You manipulated the regulator valve.
I don't remember even working a job on Kenmore Avenue, much less sabotaging the place. What proof have you got?
Lavarli. E lui è?
Looks like I was mistaken.
Sei sbagliato. Questa faccia mi sa di una menzogna a me. Secondo me non ce l'hai un contratto. Un po', anche no. È un po'. Allora. Non c'entra niente la pedina penale.
Sorry. My mistake.
Incendi hires arsonists, does it?
I've worked as a fitter all my life. Put everything I had into that house. And my fucking mudshark of a wife gets awarded it in the settlement. She's blowing spics 2 at a time while I'm at work. And she gets the house.
Oh.
Yeah, I burnt it all right. Set fire to that fucker and watched it burn to the ground. I did my time and I'd do it again.
Sorry about the rouse, Clemens. You did the right thing.
Do you know Matthew Ryan?
No. Don't know the name.
His locker is right next to yours. Give it up.
Okay, so I know Ryan.
È sbagliato, vi devo dire quella cosa
You
lì.
know Reginald Varley?
No? Can't say I do.
You have a real viper's nest at Insta-Heat, don't you? Arsonists, murderers, and communists.
What's that got to do with me? You can't prove I'm behind all that.
Come no? Non capi più niente, raga. Tratta.
You don't ask, you never find out. Detroit PD is after Reginald Varley for murder. You want us to run you in for aiding and abetting, Clemens?
Whoa, 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 whoa. All I know about Varley is he gets kickbacks from some developer. Does their work first. Spreads it around if he can.
All right, Clemens. You're off the hook for the moment.
Can I get back to work now?
Let's get out of here, Phelps. He ain't our guy.
Non è lui. No, guarda che io sto mangiando.
You can drive.
Fine. Where are we headed?
Vai qua. Alla. Fate, ecco, vaffanculo.
Are you Matthew Ryan?
Who's asking?
Detective Phelps and Biggs, arson squad.
You heard the man.
Let's just put this stuff in the car and I'll be right with you.
Hold it, Ryan. I said,
son of a
Sapevo, no, ma è così lontano, no.
Those are GI's backyards he's crashing through.
The damage is only cosmetic.
He's a one-man wrecking ball.
Move in. I'll take out the van. Get in close and steer him off the tar.
He's going to kill those men.
They'll get out of the way.
Only if they hear him coming.
Close in, Phelps. We need to take Ryan down before he hurts somebody. Step on it, huh? Get me just a little closer.
Non ti ha drizzato, mi ha fatto un favore. Dai, Big, spara.
Enough games, Phelps. Take this guy out.
Ora.
Okay.
La gomma.
One
La
traffic
gomma.
stop coming up.
He's got an arson-related assault charge and he's running.
Ho bucato una gomma, bravo.
This
Vai.
man has got to be stopped.
Smash the son of a bitch's rear wheels.
Eccolo qua.
give it up, LAPD. Why did you run, Ryan?
I was scared.
You got a reason to be scared, Ryan?
Matthew Ryan, I'm arresting you on suspicion of committing a series of arsons.
Se scappi... Peggio, bro. Guida tu.
You drive. I need to go over the case notes.
So where do you want to go?
Qua.
Farley's on the run. He might be packing heat. If he's wanted for murder, I say we take the doubt out of the equation and let him have it.
You nervous?
It's been a while.
You were in combat.
In 1917. You know, I never fired my weapon in the line of duty.
Lui c'è una macchina da polizia, bellissimo.
That's nothing to be ashamed of. I hope your piece is still serviceable, Herschel.
I may be old and out of practice, but I'm still a Marine, Phelps.
It would be better for our case if we could bring him in, Herschel.
Ti fanno mangiare altro il biscotto, se è vero.
LAPD, Varley! Stop or I'll shoot!
Una colpa a piedi, via. La pistola, vai. No! Bastardo!
Not a man alive could make that shot with this weapon.
Raga, ma di quanto? Di un briciolo. Abbiamo capito io.
More likely to hit a bystander at this distance.
E mo come faccio ora? Sapevo. Oh. Mi scappa.
LAPD, Varley!
Le dita per...
Stop or I'll shoot!
Aspetta che bevo. Vai, ci sono. Diciamo.
Come on, Varley! You can't keep running forever! Stop or I will shoot!
Bello mio. Io stavo... tutte le dita.
Run from us, Varley.
I'm gonna take a wild guess that you're the same Reginald Varley the Detroit police have an outstanding warrant on. How am I doing so far?
I need a lawyer before I talk to any of you.
Reginald Varley, you're under arrest for committing a series of arsons. You're also under arrest for murder. Detroit PD will be putting in a request for your extradition. Until then, your guest is...
Arson? You can't hang that rap on me.
Be quiet. Be thankful we don't shoot you.
Are all the cops in this town crazy?
Take him away, officer.
Vai.
Can you drive to this one?
And where exactly are we going?
Sistema un attimo qua. Ah, bene. Lascio l'acqua qua. Questo ci penso. Vai. Siamo.
I have two suspects.
Phelps, you got nothing. Biggs, Ryan's waiting for you in interview 1. Varley's in 2.
Hey, Hopkins, you practicing your asshole routine again? Come on, Phelps.
Allora ha detto, non mi ricordo più perché ero talmente accecato da rabbia che volevo picchiare quello. A Ryan nella 1 e Varley nella 2. Ok. Varley è quello più sospettato, andiamo dopo.
Save yourself some time and get this thing off your chest.
If that's your opening gambit, you better try again.
Va bene se ti faccio saltare ogni singolo cazzo di dente che hai in quella cazzo di bocca? Vediamo un po' se ti va bene questa.
You know how to reverse a diaphragm in the regulator valve of a Model 70 heater?
No, I don't.
Non lo sai? Hai detto così, hai detto?
You expect me to believe that, Ryan? I could do it myself.
Believe whatever you want, Flatfoot. You're part of the conspiracy.
Sbagliata. Figlio
What can you tell me about the Suburban Redevelopment Fund?
Nothing.
Tell me the truth, Ryan. It's the only chance you've got. You're getting some kind of kickback from the fund.
So I'm an agitator for change, but I take kickbacks. How does that make any sense?
You're off the hook. For now.
Aspetta un attimo. Oh. Ma così però non mi risolve...
I think Suburban is a front for your anarchist buddies. They're arranging for people to be out of town while you burn their houses down.
Suburban? What's that got to do with me? That's Farley's bilk. He's the one with the cozy agreement with those fascists.
Visto?
So you want to change the world, Ryan?
Yes, I do. So does every reasonable person.
And you're doing your part?
Yes, I am.
Does that include sabotaging water heaters to destroy a company?
I have no idea what you're talking about.
Last chance, Ryan. You level with me or I'm sending you to the DA. A conviction for sedition and murder will do wonders for his re-election campaign.
Nice try. But I got nothing to lose.
You have a history of violence.
I have no such thing.
Questa è una cazzata.
You're lying, Ryan.
And how exactly are you going to prove that?
You were charged with attempted murder, Ryan.
It was a court case. No criminal liability was the verdict. They said that they couldn't have known that the faulty heater installation would cause a fire. All I know is I lost my whole family. And the company that was responsible got away with it. What would you do?
Which company?
Hephaestus Water Heater Company.
That's it for the moment, Ryan.
So I can go?
Sure. As soon as your red friends storm the building and carry you out, you'll keep your seat until we decide how long to lock you up for, knucklehead. I think Ryan is our man. But procedure says we eliminate all of the suspects. Let's speak to Varley.
E dov'è quell'altro? Qua.
That's the guy that busted all those Negro drug pushers last week.
Quest'altro.
Straight through the red light. Said she never saw it.
You think those Vice boys get any on the side?
We have Matthew Ryan in custody, Varley. I think all we need to do is ask him about this, and he'll rat you out.
Fuck Ryan, that pinko bastard.
Word is, you're in the pocket of some property developer?
Never. I got principles.
Questo testimone.
How did Suburban put the squeeze on you? Did they find out about your record?
There's no way you can link me to Suburban. You're wasting your time.
Qual è quella di Ryan o di quell'altro, non mi ricordo. Il clan dichiara che Varley gli ha offerto una percentuale dei suoi commenti in nero. Eccola.
Ryan says you offered to cut him in on the kickbacks they were offering. He'll testify in court.
Suburban, they got real-time pressure on getting some of the big developments finished. There's some big date that they can't afford to miss. So yeah, I took their money. But so did a lot of guys, all right? Carpenters, electricians, plumbers. It's no big conspiracy.
Have you ever worked on a place on Rosewood Avenue? Family by the name of Sawyer?
Maybe. I'm from out of town. I go where they send me. I don't do a lot of repairs, though. I'm flat out on new installations.
Aspetta, perché questo mi sa che allora Caldaglia è visionata da Ryan. Caldaglia è stato dopo essere più volte, però mi sembra che sia stato revisionato da lui. C'è qualcos'altro per vedere?
Why are you lying to me, Varley? If Suburban wants their new installations completed, why are you bothering with wrecks like the Sawyer house?
So I'm lying just because I can't remember if I was there or not? How can you prove that I was?
Forse. Questo, lui è Varley, no?
Your name is on the inside door of their water heater.
Okay. You got me there.
Yeah, I catch.
Suburban, yeah, they wanted that guy out. Sawyer kept complaining about not being able to get his heater service, so they threw in a free service as a sweetener. I think he played him, though, because he still wouldn't sell.
What would reversing the diaphragm of an InstaHeat Model 70 do?
Yeah, I made that mistake before. You get a big bang when you turn the pilot back on.
So you didn't deliberately sabotage the water heater at the Sawyer house?
No, I did not. You out of your mind?
I don't believe you, Varley. I think Suburban wants homeowners who don't want to sell out of the way.
I think you're out of your mind. Where is the evidence that I have done anything to contribute to this fire? Huh?
Ha ragione, non ci sono.
It's nothing personal. I'm just doing my job. You understand that? Give me something, Varley, or I'll put it all on you.
Hey, look, I could try to pin this on one of the other guys, but I'd just be making something up.
Reginald Varley, I'm charging you with committing a series of arsons and for the murders of Hank Sawyer, Edwina Sawyer, Henry Sawyer, and Jessica Sawyer.
I'm no cold-blooded criminal. I could never burn up a whole family in their home.
How is it? No, just keep your mouth shut and listen to me for a second. How is it you can bring no less than 3 suspects into my station, conduct extensive interviews, sift through mountains of evidence with Lynch and Pinker, and still manage to charge the wrong fucking guy? I took a chance on you, Phelps. People said I was crazy, and you made me look like a jerk. You may not be much of an arson investigator, but I hear you're merciless on the beat. Get going.
Ma erano 2, no 3. Sto anche bravo, guarda. Tutte le domande. Non abbiamo interrogato. Ah, forse era un altro. Ma no, a me mi ha detto soltanto che ce n'era soltanto 2 comunque. Vabbè. Sì, ormai è andato. Non è andato. Con l'attacco.
You're 2 blocks behind 1st and 2nd.
We have more buildings to clear. You know our orders,
There's
Sergeant.
barely a building left standing or not on fire in your zone, Cole. Is your sector full of Japs?
Questioning my command.
The captain doesn't want anyone falling behind.
Tell the captain we will join him when the job is done.
Just give us the word, Sarge. We'll take care of him. He should be sectioned. That Jap lover's a fucking liability.
We're here to kill Japs, not our own people.
Star-crossed son of a bitch. No one wants to serve under him. He's bad fucking luck.
Can it? We've a job to do here. If I can live with it, you can too.
Io così, per I Campi Elisi.
House fire. Bad one. At least 4 Vicks. Get out there and find out what you can. The address is 650 North Hobart.
Sì, capitano, io ho capito che ce n'era soltanto... C'è qui.
Phelps. I think his name is. He brought in that case with that poor lady killed in your city hall.
Ci sei ancora qui? Ma è da
He ran the light on Olympic, and we finally collared him on tempo.
Oh, sì, deve essere addormentata lei, si è svegliata ora. Vabbè, andiamo, dai. Andiamo.
You hear about Rancho Escondido?
Are we having a conversation, Biggs?
Okay, fuck it. Forget Ike.
I'm teasing you, Herschel. Tell me about it.
Well, the new housing development's a couple of weeks from completion. Burnt to the ground last night. GIs are ready to move in this weekend. Developer's gonna have some very angry customers.
KGPL to any central unit.
Shame about Jack.
Any central
The arson
unit
test has been
identified.
trying to nail that son of a bitch for years.
He's still in custody, Herschel.
Wanna bet? They'll have kicked the moose already. And hold him for misdemeanor cigarettes and matches.
È giusto. Non so che cosa ha fatto, che cosa gesto strano che ha fatto l'altra macchina che veniva... Boh. Vabbè. Magari un po' gli faccio guidare a coso di Biggs, se ne frega. Ho visto che c'era un trofeo, l'ho già fatto, quindi... Era bellina la pubblicità lì.
You guys better see this.
Ma questi eroi, ragazzi, eroi, uguali eroi questi, oh. L'hanno degradato anche te, fratello. Ragazzi, eroi questi, è quello dei narcotici, è lui, oh. Grande eroe, ti hanno fatto diventare pompiere addirittura a te. Andiamo, malo, su.
Do you have a name?
Oh mio Dio.
Morelli, Mike. We recovered a picture of the family.
Okay. Anything else?
To be honest, I just got here, Phelps. Best you talk to Lynch. He's the expert.
Doesn't make any sense. Why aren't they scattered around like the rest of the debris?
I think they've been moved.
Moved?
I think someone moved them after the explosion and before the fire.
Can you explain that, please?
I'm almost positive the cause of death is asphyxiation due to gas inhalation. Look at the parts of their bodies that aren't scorched. The coloring around the fingertips is typical.
They wouldn't have felt a thing.
I think the fire damage is post-mortem. I think someone moved him into this room after the explosion.
It still doesn't make any sense. Why would you run into a burning building?
Devo anche esaminarle? No.
What are they doing?
The prayer effect is from the fire. The muscles and tendons contract.
Ma toglila per favore, mi fa abbastanza schifo.
You ever think about how many people have died in this world and how big heaven would have to be to accommodate them, Biggs?
No, I have not. Show some respect.
It's our boy. I think he watches the fires. I think the Sawyer fire went wrong.
So what about the guy we have in jail, Phelps?
We got the wrong guy.
That doesn't explain why he ran into a burning building. What would make anyone do that?
Guilt.
For the fires?
For his mistake. This guy wants to burn houses, not families. He expects the houses to be empty. He was trying to redeem himself. He probably thought they'd be happier together.
You are one very disturbed individual, Phelps. I know you had it rough lately, but you should start to compartmentalize your thoughts.
He could be right. Can you come up with an alternative explanation?
I'm sure it's the same guy.
Are you telling me that some son of a bitch murdered these people, the whole family, and arranged them here like Cupid dolls?
It might fit, Cole, but I don't think we could ever prove it. There's very little evidence.
Oh mio Dio.
Evidence?
Albert, check out the hot water system. Make sure we're dealing with the same MO.
Sure, Phelps. I'll get back to you.
Leave the rest to us, Cole. You better find out what's eating Biggs.
So something finally got to you.
You want my help, pretty boy? You got it. You keep riding me, and you won't be pretty much longer.
We can get this guy, Herschel.
You think you've seen everything, Phelps? I was with the 2nd Marines at Bella Wood. The things that went on in that farmhouse. My own guys on fire, screaming for a way out. You're not gonna get this guy. There's gonna be no photos and no citations. We're gonna kill this miserable fuck. End of story. You getting this?
You remember the list from the travel agent?
Sure.
The Morellis were winners too. Their name was on that list.
Christ. We should take a look around, work the neighbors, see what they know. I'll go across the street.
Okay, I'll try this side.
I haven't done this for years.
You don't look like a fireman, son.
No, non proprio.
LAPD. Can you tell me anything about the fire next door?
Terrible luck. Imagine after having won that weekend away.
What's your name, sir?
Foreman. Dudley Foreman.
Strano, anche loro.
Did you see or hear anything that might have...
Look, we were asleep when we heard the explosion.
Mi stai mentendo? Che non capisco, come c'ha la faccia talmente a culo che non riesco a capire se mi stai mentendo o no.
You didn't like Morelli, did you?
Some neighbors you get along with, some you don't. Guess they should have sold up.
What do you mean?
They're knocking down all these old houses and building a new subdivision for GIs. Morelli was being difficult.
You said the Morellis had won a weekend away to Catalina Island?
Yeah, that's right. First thing I thought after the explosion was, thank goodness they was away. But then I find out they were still in there.
Who was running the competition?
What? I don't know.
You didn't enter yourself?
I'd already agreed to sell. The competition was an incentive for those who were still thinking about it.
You said someone is knocking these houses down?
Elysian Fields. You must know them. They're billboards. That Monroe character beaming down at you. We've had an offer for the house.
Did the Morellis want to sell?
I don't know.
Non so con la faccia da cattivo, cioè.
Whatever you thought of Morelli, his whole family is dead. They couldn't have all deserved that. I want you to help me here, Foreman.
Morelli was pig-headed. He built the house himself. He didn't want to sell. Stubborn fool was ruining it for all of us.
Grazie, è stato molto utile.
All a man can do is put in a prayer for the dead. About all I've got to say about it.
Quindi? Hai scoperto qualcosa, fratello?
I'm at a loss. We need more from the neighbors, Cole. Keep working them.
Non sono già lavorati io. Ho lavorato di così. Aspetta un attimo, vediamo un po' che è successo qua. Sia molto da... penso sia molto rilevante come cosa. Ah, sempre lui, oh.
Looks like the same model.
Ho capito però. Io l'ho messo in carcere per quello. Un po' se parla di lui. Vediamo un po', eh.
All a man can do is put in a prayer for the dead. About all I've got to say about it.
Niente. C'è qualcos'altro qua, eh? L'entrata. Sembra sia molto rilevante.
Seems irrelevant.
La casa io non l'ho vista. Casa.
Don't think this is anything.
No, neanche questo ha senso. Senso anche questo. C'è un sotto, vedi? Sarà qualcosa?
This is the flashpoint. The heater detonated with enough force to expose the foundations.
Cicco potente. È stato un Hezbollah, è stato lui. Penso che questo martello sia molto... Magari non è che la foto da girarla. No. No. Qualcosa di X laggiù.
So what next?
We need more from the neighbors, Cole. Keep working.
Ho capito, ma io non c'ho altri vicini. Questo. Questo mi sta a prendere per il culo oppure. Lo saggio.
All a man can do is put in a prayer for the dead. That's all I've got to say about it.
Cosa succede? Non lo vedi? Che ti devi spiegare? Poliziotto, non vedi che c'è un incendio? C'era. Io sono un punto morto, non so cosa devo fare, cioè. Che cacchio devo fare? Oh, ci divento pazzo adesso. Queste cose mi mettono una rabbia. Si fanno capire. Vicini, oh. Questo è il vicino. No.
I know that place.
Così c'è la musichina, ma non sento nulla altro. Qui mi dici che c'è lavorarmi vicini, ma cioè non c'è altro.
All a man can do is put in a prayer for the dead. That's all I've got to say about it.
Possibile. Si può fare tipo qualcosa, intuito. Non so tutto in intuito. Raga, io devo fare per forza così, perché se no... Ma c'ero qui io prima. Al giornale. Luce complessi residenziali, veterani fuori mentre la loro casa...
How did you get my number, Ira? At first I didn't understand you. But now I do. I'd like you to come back to the clinic. I'm helping other people now, Doctor.
I think you are confused. You haven't been to the clinic for weeks.
I'm not confused anymore, Doctor. I'm helping people be together.
This world is only temporary. We'll all be happier in heaven.
Why don't you tell me where you are and I can come to you? I think the fires should end now. They have served their purpose. Oh, the fires are only beginning, Doctor. After the fires, everything will be beautiful and clean. I can see my purpose now, Doctor. And you helped me to find it.
Wow. Ma è sparito.
Two peanuts are walking down the street. This is a crime scene. All of you move along.
How bad is it?
This is a secure area. You all need to leave.
Ma qua diceva tipo che era qua. Boh, da qualche parte qua. No? Cacchio sto andando io. Lo faccio così un'altra volta perché ascolta, io non so dove devo andare. Indaga su un incendio domestico, interroga il vicino. Ma Vaffan.
Someone was keeping watch. Looks like they were here for quite a while. Brand looks distinctive. Whoever he was wearing boondockers. I would know that imprint anywhere.
Fottiti.
Did you see anyone hanging around the Morelli's home prior to the explosion?
Nope. Can't say as I was looking out, though.
Bugiardo, te sei uno che controlla sempre. So, bugiardo.
You sure, Mr. Foreman? There are signs of someone hanging around over there by the fence.
Hey, now that you come to think of it, there was a guy. Kind of tall. Skinny, though.
Anything else?
Orange lumber jacket, a beat-up hat, and no hair. I thought he was the pest exterminator guy who was working around here the last few days. But that guy had hair.
Thanks for your time, Mr. Foreman.
Sure. Hey, if you're interested, I have one of those competition flyers in the kitchen. I could get it for you if you like.
That would be great.
Any luck, Cole?
A couple of things. What did you pick up?
Folded piece of paper. Looks complicated.
Japanese call it origami. Can I take a look?
Sure.
Paper crane. There's a legend about them. You fold 1,000 of these and you get a wish.
Hey, don't break it.
I'm not. I'm unfolding it. It looks like a waybill or a flyer.
For what?
Vedi? Walter Bishop, lui.
For Elysian Fields Developments.
Oh, I see you already have one.
Leland Monroe. Ah, però vedi qui c'è il coso.
When did the flyer arrive in your mailbox?
They've been arriving for weeks. This one was in the mailbox when I got home from work yesterday afternoon.
Piacere.
I need an address for a property developer. Elysian Fields Developments.
One moment, Detective. The address is 748 North Oxford Avenue, Wilshire. Anything else?
Messages, please.
You have a message. Contact Captain McKelty immediately.
Thanks. Can you put me through, operator?
Of course. Here you are.
Commander?
Leads on the Morelli fire.
We're about to go and visit Elysian Fields Developments.
You're about to do what? Leland Monroe. He's a personal friend of the mayor and the chief. Are you out of your mind? I'm warning you, Phelps.
Commander, we have a line of inquiry.
You have something, you bring it to me. You're hanging by a thread, Phelps. Do you understand?
Yes, sir.
Good. Have a report on my desk today.
Kelty has warned us off over Elysian.
Makes sense. It's a dead end. We should check out Rancho Escondido.
You know the place?
Sure.
Oh,
One
ciao.
on Fountain and Wilton. Let's go.
KGPL to any central unit. Ambulance shooting. Any central unit. Identify.
Oh, pazzo! Non lo farei mai più.
You know, there are times when you really miss a nightstick. There's more religion in the end of a nightstick than in 100 cathedrals.
I'm not going to tell you again, sir.
Don't tell me when and how I can come and go on my own property.
It is not
This is
safe,
America,
sir.
dickhead.
Now step back, or I'll lock you up for a
Smart
fray.
mouth son of a bitch.
Okay already.
I'm gonna beat you black.
Stand
and
down! That's an order!
We're gonna have to pacify these poor saps.
Lento, bro. Da qui, bro. Sei lento, bro. Spacco
Good
tutti
thing you
io.
showed up when you did, detectives. Those folks were baying for blood.
Okay then. Let's see if there's anything left to take a look at.
Un po'.
mortar is like dust. Is that normal in a fire?
You'd expect some shrinkage in the heat, but it looks like the cement barely adhered to the brick. Doesn't appear to be any wall ties either.
Whoa.
This thing looks like it was built on the cheap. If we're paying a visit to Elysian and ruining my career, let's bite the bullet and get on with it.
Subito, subito. Veloci, veloci.
You know the way. You can drive.
Ma vai, guidate che noia. Questa musica di suspense.
Detectives Phelps and Biggs, LAPD, to see Leland Monroe.
Do you have an appointment?
We're the police, lady. We don't need an appointment.
Can I tell him what it's about?
It's an official investigation.
There are 2 police officers here to see Mr. Monroe.
Send them through.
And that's our
Attenzione,
cue.
proprio lui.
Thanks, ma'am.
Walter Bishop. Proprio lui, ragazzi.
May I help you, gentlemen?
Non so.
We would like to speak to Mr. Monroe.
I'm afraid it's impossible. Mr. Monroe's schedule is booked weeks in advance.
Cut to the chase, sister. Is he in?
I'm not at liberty to reveal that, officer.
So he hired you for your intelligence?
I find that offensive.
You have every right to.
This is getting us nowhere, miss.
Casino.
Would you like us to return with a warrant?
That won't be necessary, gentlemen. Come into my office.
È lui, è Walter Bishop.
You like a cigar? Drink, boys.
Sure, I'll have a scotch.
Biggs.
Bello, guarda com'è tutto bello. Peccato che è tutto di pasta frolla il tuo progetto. Bello, bello, mi piace.
We're investigating a series of domestic fires, Mr. Monroe.
It's terrible, boys.
Eccolo.
How can I help?
Ah, niente.
What's Elysian Field's involvement in Rancho Escondido?
One of our latest housing developments. It was due to open on the weekend, or was before the unfortunate conflagration.
It met with building code regulations.
Absolutely. Only the best for our returning heroes.
Questa è una cazzata.
You're lying, Monroe. There's something out of kilter about that development.
Son, I've had enough of you and your fidgety friend. There's no way in hell you can prove that my materials were inferior.
Come no? Ma che fai scherzo?
I'm no expert, but I think we'll find that the bricks being used on those houses are undersized and the mortar is faulty.
And there's no wall ties connecting the masonry to the frame.
Every building is built to a budget, boys. Those buildings were inspected and fully insured by California Fire and Life. Investment of that magnitude demands it. Do you think that they'd vouch for the buildings without examining them?
Non c'è da ridere, certo, lo sto dicendo io. Parlantina sciolta. Aspetta, ci ho visto trofeo perché mi piace, così dal nulla. Trofeo nascosto, supera le astuzie, Monroe, parlando dei suoi affari. Vedi? Questi trofei mi piacciono, questi trofei mi piacciono.
We've made offers to buy houses in areas where fires have been recorded.
Are you suggesting that I'm burning people out of their homes so that I can sell them new ones?
What happens to your plans if a family like the Morellis refuses to sell?
We work around them. Business finds a way. That's the American way.
I think you're being less than candid, Mr. Monroe. You're building these homes to some timetable. You're under pressure to get rid of the holdouts.
And how exactly do you think you can prove that in a court of law, detective?
Looks like I made a mistake. Come on, Mr. Monroe. You expect me to believe that you would build a new development with one of those old piles smack bang in the center of it?
Progress is an inexorable process, detective. Those who choose to stand in defiance are usually confined to the wastebasket of history. To answer your question, yes, we would build around them if we had to. Most people see sense.
Elysian Fields and Suburban Redevelopment Fund flyers keep turning up in the vicinity of the fires.
They're turning up all over town, boys. Can you imagine the current demand for housing?
So that's your explanation, Mr. Monroe? Coincidence?
Explanation? Why, what's to explain? I advertise on radio and billboards for buyers, and I advertise for sellers using waybills.
We found a family burnt out in their home. Another house burned to the ground. Another Elysian Fields flyer. Our information is that they didn't want to sell.
Are you saying that's something to do with me? Is that your point?
Point is, every time we find a family barbecued, we find one of your flyers. Is that good advertising?
What do you know about a competition for families to win free vacations to Catalina Island?
My company runs many promotions. I'm not familiar with that one.
Level with me, Mr. Monroe. You know all about the vacation offers.
You can believe whatever you like, son. You're missing the vital ingredient called proof.
Is she?
Sorry. Sometimes you have to shake the tree to see what falls out. Your face is all over the flyers, Mr. Monroe. You know about the prizes, and you're aware that they get given to holdouts.
My face is the brand. It's on all our advertising. Did you know that the mayor and the chief of police are part of the Suburban Redevelopment Fund? Do you want to accuse them of murder as well? The arsonists. Do you have any suspects?
We aren't at liberty to say.
I didn't think so. The contractors I use for waybills. Do you suppose it could be any of them? I have a list of their names if it'd be of any help.
That would be very helpful, Mr. Monroe.
Glad to hear it. I'm always happy to help the LAPD. My secretary will provide you with that list. Did you know that I'm on the board of the police pension fund?
Glad to be of help, officers.
What's the story? Any of these names ring a bell?
Herbert Chapman is on this list.
Find the phone. We need to know where we're at with Chapman.
Your boss is a fine man.
Shit.
Heavens!
Phelps, badge 1247.
How could I help, Detective?
Can you check whether we are still holding a Herbert Chapman?
Let me find out for you. He was released this morning, Detective. I'm sorry, Detective.
Not your fault. Can you give me a last known address and put out an APB on the guy?
I'll get back to you, Detective. APB will go out over KGPL shortly.
Thanks, ma'am.
I love the chase till the minute I win it. A beautiful face till there's love for me in it. Give me your heart and baby I'll bill it. 'Cause I always kill the things I love.
Oh.
Buy me a drink, Cole?
No!
Not even for old time's sake?
Not even for that.
You're not gonna ask me why I'm here?
I wouldn't give you the pleasure. We'll get around to it.
She's in fine voice this evening. I wonder how the commander would feel
Save
about...
the threats for someone who cares about them, Roy.
You're breaking my heart, Cole. You know how I feel about you. Stay away from Elysian Fields.
I should have known that you were playing errand boy.
You and your doofus partner. You have been warned.
Thanks for your cooperation, officer.
I love you.
Stay away. You have no idea the type of people that are involved in that company.
I have a pretty good idea, Roy. The same kind of people that sent you here.
Your investigation is finished. Homicide will be taking over from here. I've heard we've had a spate of grass fires in the hills that you and that hunchback might be able to handle. Thanks for the drink, Cole.
You get the message about Monroe?
Yeah. Earl delivered it. You?
McKelty. He started making noises about my pension.
Sorry about that, Herschel. I didn't mean to drag you into this.
Save it, Phelps. Monroe's an asswipe. And so was Earl. And so was McKelty when it's all said and done.
KGPL calling in car 11K, 11K.
11K, go ahead.
11K, the last known address of suspect Herbert Chapman is 650 North Kingsley Drive in Wilshire.
Roger that, KGPL. 11K en route.
Let's go pick him up.
You fought at Sugarloaf, didn't you?
I did. But I don't like to talk about it.
You come across a guy called Jack Kelso out that way?
Can you drive to this one?
You know Jack Kelso?
He's an insurance investigator over at California Fire and Life. Our paths cross from time to time. For some reason, seeing you makes me think of him.
Has, Jack spoken to you about his experiences on Sugarloaf? Or the rest of the campaign?
Jack keeps stum just like you do.
I know what it feels like to get back from conflict. You gotta respect that.
Ma Reba.
We're looking for Herbert Chapman.
I'm looking for him, too. I need him to move his car so I can mow the lawn.
He's definitely not here.
I've been banging on his door off and on for a couple of hours. Yeah, he's out somewhere. There's some kind of problem.
Let's take a look at the car.
Let's see what he's hauling around.
Ah, ma tanti volanti. Vabbè. Ci sta. Ci può stare. Ma volantinaggio.
Definitely gives him opportunity.
Ci sta. Pataci.
Motive, opportunity, and hard evidence.
Oh.
We should revise the APB.
Right.
He's clearly armed.
Holy cool. There he is. It's Chapman. He's coming out of the laundromat. Shit. He's seen us.
Cops! Again!
Son of a bitch. He must have caught the trolley. We gotta move fast, Cole. I'll call this in. Get some cars dispatched. Car 11K calling KGPL. 11K requesting assistance. In pursuit of suspect aboard the 1110 University streetcar, currently heading east on Melrose Avenue. Advise all units. Suspect is in control of car and driving dangerously.
Roger, 11K. All units, officers need assistance on Melrose Avenue. A suspect aboard the 1110 University streetcar headed eastbound. Approach with caution. Suspect is in control of the streetcar and driving dangerously. Units to handle code 3 identified.
Stay on his ass, Cole. Don't lose him.
No, ma io sto qui, ma che devo fare? Oh.
See if he can damage one of the wheels. Might act like a brake and slow the thing down. Hold him tight, Cole. As soon as he ditches the tram, we'll be there to grab him. Look, Cole, the side plate's gone. Give me...
Oh.
End of the line, you little prick. Come on, Cole.
Ma dai, ma cosa vuol dire? C'è scritto arresta. No, uccide. C'è il clero, mannaggia. Mannaggia, mannaggia.
Holy cool. There he is. It's Chapman. He's coming out of the laundromat. Shit. He's seen us.
Cops! Again!
Son of a bitch. He must have caught the trolley. We gotta move fast, Cole. I'll call this in. Get some cars dispatched. Car 11K calling KGPL.
Go ahead, 11K.
11K requesting assistance. In pursuit of suspect aboard the 1110 University streetcar, currently heading east on Melrose Avenue. Advise all units. Suspect is in control of car and driving dangerously.
Roger, 11K. All units, officers need assistance on Melrose Avenue. A suspect aboard the 1110 University streetcar headed eastbound. Approach with caution. Suspect is in control of the streetcar and driving dangerously. Units to handle code 3 identified.
Stay on his ass, Cole. Don't lose him. See if he can damage one of the wheels. Might act like a brake and slow the thing down. I need to be closer, Phelps! Hold him tight, Cole. As soon as he ditches the tram, we'll be there to grab him. End of the line, you little prick. Come on, Cole. Looks like we have our man, Cole. Well done.
I'm not so sure. Chapman seemed to have his own agenda. There seems to be more to this than a personal vendetta.
What are you talking about?
The fires benefit Elysian in some way. I don't see Chapman and Monroe working together.
You have a point. The evidence is good for Chapman. It's hard to be worrying about his side of the story when he's blasting away with that big 45.
Nice work, gentlemen. Put yourself at considerable risk stopping that trolley and probably saved a lot of lives. Anyone else but you, Phelps, and you'd be up for a bravery award. We've had our eyes on that slippery son of a bitch Chapman for as long as I can remember. I couldn't be happier than to wipe him off the scoreboard. I hope this puts to bed that crazy stuff you had going about Leland Monroe. What were you thinking, Phelps? We'll be calling Richard Nixon a crook next.
La verità fa male.
What is it?
A letter from Lou. His insurance policy named me beneficiary.
California Fire and Life. You worked for Elysian?
The roof that he was working on collapsed.
It's a very generous settlement. Elsa, I'd like you to do something for me. I think there's something dirty about Elysian Fields.
What has that got to do with Lou?
I want you to reject this settlement. I want you to go and see an investigator named Jack Kelso and ask him to make some inquiries about Lou's case.
Isn't this police work?
Do you want to find out what happened to Lou?
Why would he help, this Kelso?
Jack won't be able to help himself if he smells a rat.
He's a friend of yours?
He hates my guts. Elsa, you could take this money and let them get away with it, or we could get Jack's help and do something about it.
Why not be honest with this man, Cole? He deserves your honesty if you want his help.
Believe me, Elsa, I'd like to level with him. I really would, but it's too late. Years too late.
Ho capito, però cose così non è che ti risolvo qualcosa. Aspetta, qui ho fatto tutto bellissimo. Qui 8 di 8, aspetta un attimo, faccio un attimo. Sì, vabbè, ciao.
Mr. Kelso?
That's what the sign on the door says, miss.
Ok. Ah, sbaglia troppo. Ok. Ah, ok.
There's no need to come into the office, Miss Lichtman. If you accept the settlement, all you need to do is sign here.
No.
I don't accept the
What do you mean you don't accept? I think you're pushing your luck, lady. This seems to be a ridiculously generous settlement. A $200 policy with a $20,000 payout? You should...
I don't want the money.
What do you mean you don't want the money?
I want you to investigate this case. I feel my friend may have been the victim of foul play.
Okay. Let me get the case file.
There's got to be more in these files.
Oh, allora. Bla 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 bla. What? क्या? Ah. Mhm. Uh-huh.
Sounds like your friend took a hell of a fall. I'm sorry for your loss.
Però se non c'entra nulla perché gli offrono 20... che devo sta zitti, no? Per farla sta zitta, no? Ma io lo sapevo, cioè, ho capito io.
Do you mind if I ask you a couple of questions?
Of course not.
What basis do you have for your claim of foul play?
Lou Buckwalter was a craftsman. I don't believe he would have made a roof that would collapse.
What are you talking about, Ms. Lichtman? This was an industrial accident.
How do you know that?
Because it says right here in black and white.
Do you believe everything that you read, Mr. Kelso?
Lo sapevo che ero sbagliato perché ho picciato il tasto sbagliato. Mannaggia, mannaggia.
You and Buckwalter weren't married?
No.
Then how did you become his beneficiary?
We were family friends.
You expect me to reopen this case because you come in here walking that walk? Well, I'm not buying it. I think you should tell me what the hell is going on.
You really want to know?
Yes.
We were interned together on Ellis Island, resident alien Germans whose parents had been killed by Nazis. Do you see the irony in that, Mr. Kelso? We spent 4 years there.
Oh.
So the roof collapsed, accidents happen. What exactly are you trying to achieve here, Ms. Lichtman?
Exactly what I said. I want that building thoroughly investigated.
I'm intrigued, Ms. Lichtman. I really am. But you're going to have to give me something if you want me to get involved in this.
There is a conspiracy surrounding Elysian Fields and the new houses they are building. I believe your insurance company is involved.
That's pretty heady stuff, Miss Lichtman. Flimsy, but heady.
I've told you what I know, Mr. Kelso. What are you going to do about it?
All right, Miss Lichtman. One final question.
Yes.
What's your address?
Is that usual?
Is there anything usual about this case, Miss Lichtman?
The address is on the letter, Mr. Kelso.
The address, not the phone number.
Che fai, Kelso?
Mr. Benson would like to see you in his office, Jack. Upstairs. Come on, I'll walk you up.
No, tu ci accompagna. Ho detto che usavo Kelso, me lo ricordavo che lo usavo.
You coming?
Questa è una bella proposta. È fatto strano Kelso, ma che c'ha le gambe corte. Fronte a Phelps. Il pantalone, boh.
I've seen people like you.
Comunque sapevo come ci si arrivava.
Mr. Benson, you wanted to see me?
Ah, yes, Jack. I'm just trying out a new putter. I noticed Elsa Lichtman in the lobby.
It's the weirdest thing, Mr. Benson.
Call me Curtis, Jack. This is California.
Like I said, Curtis, this is a very strange case.
How so, Jack?
That lady, Elsa Lichtman, is refusing a 20 grand payout.
Elsa Lichtman is hardly a lady, Jack. She's a jazz musician. Plays at the Blue Room in Hollywood. She has a fine pair of lungs, now that I think
She's
of it.
the beneficiary of this guy, Lou Buckwalter. He was killed in an industrial accident working for Elysian Fields Developments. You know Elysian?
I'm familiar with Leland Monroe. We move in similar circles.
Well, Miss Lichtman is making some pretty serious accusations. She says the case stinks and that
She's a
something
very
happened.
highly strung girl, Jack. Strung out might be a better way to put it.
It's a pretty generous payment, Curtis. I think I should look into it.
Is there anything wrong with the paperwork, Kelso?
No, there isn't, Mr. Benson.
I didn't think so. Pay the case out and get her off our backs.
I can't make her take the money,
Deal
sir.
with it, Jack. Do your fucking job. Do I have to do everything?
No, sir, you don't.
Fine, Jack. Fine. You know I have the greatest confidence in you.
Thanks, Mr. Benson.
What the hell?
Your car, Mr. Kelso.
Thanks, kid.
Voilà, 80 su 95, ragazzi, 80 su 90, mamma mia! Provate io così, tra l'altro, senza da vedere nessuna parte, no, girando migliaia e migliaia di veicoli. Vabbè, ovviamente più quelle che mi dava sulla mappa, che non è perché quelle che non sono andato. Ma sta crucca fa uscire tutti di testa, eh. Questo qui non l'ho mai preso. Cioè sì che l'ho preso. Beh? Se vuole, no? Allora a posto. Ma te entri così negli edifici a spulciare la roba che non è tua.
That's not how my pop taught me to mix it. Someone is cutting corners.
Oh yeah. Da Frank, da linea verso Frank, non costruzione, non sarà messo ancora tardi. This will not be tolerated.
Leland Monroe, the man with the grin. Looks like he doesn't like to be disappointed.
Ordine di munizione.
Bulldozing and starting again.
Hey, you just can't be walking around down here.
I'm Jack Kelso from California Fire and Life.
I don't care if you're from the Vatican. Buzz off.
I'm investigating the accidental death of a Lou Buckwalter, and...
You deaf? Do I have to beat on you?
Looks like you do.
Oddio.
I came to see the house where Lou Buckwalter died. You were just
Mamma
about to
mia.
offer to show me the way.
It's out the gate and 3 houses down on the left. Don't know what you're looking for, smart guy. There's nothing there.
Then I'll poke around in the rubble.
Fine. As long as you're out of my sight.
Madonna, avete visto ragazzi il riflesso con cui ho schivato appena iniziato? Mamma mia.
The place falls down, and then they bulldoze it. What gives here?
Non usare per le costruzioni, c'è scritto. E questo me lo usa per le costruzioni. Ma tu sei scemo proprio allora. È stupida cosa, non mi capito. Sempre il solito.
Let's try to piece this together.
Keystone Films? Who gets their lumber from a film studio?
Chi vuole risparmiare?
You son of a bitch! Oh, shit!
Posso sparare il condizione. Non mi devo girare su, devo.
Son of a bitch! Oh, shit!
Sorry, pal. Just when I thought we were starting to get on.
Dio buono, Dio. Ah, sto un pazzo. Sono bravo, ho fatto anche andata avanti, ho preso marcia. Ora.
Jack Kelso, California Fire and Life Investigator. I need an address on the Keystone Film Company.
The address is 658 North Wilton Place. Is there anything else?
No, thank you, ma'am.
Costruiscono quel materiale cinematografico. Ci chiude e poi crolla tutto. Adesso ho capito il titolo. Casa di paglia. Beh.
Watch
Beh.
it.
Beh.
What's your problem? I've got a job to do.
Hi, Mac. I work for California Fire and Life. I'm looking into an industrial accident.
Here?
No, not here. At a housing development over on Normandy Avenue.
So?
I found some lumber over there, had the Keystone name printed on it.
We've been closed since '41. Never quite made the transition to talkies. The Suburban Redevelopment Fund are pulling the place down.
Know anything about the Suburban Redevelopment Fund?
Nix.
Mind if I take a look around?
I'm kind of hungry. If someone was to leave a couple of bucks here, I might wander down the street and get a cup of coffee.
Is there a key to the gate?
No. The only guys who go in or out are some delivery guys from Elysian Fields. They're working on a housing development over at Wilton and Santa Monica. You'll have to hop it.
Buon appetito.
Let's see what the rich and powerful have to say for themselves.
Oh.
The reel should be nearby.
Sì, la pellicola lo so che lì, ma guardavo se c'era qualcos'altro. Per esempio una cosa che non è utile, tipo. Però c'era.
In a great day for the future of Los Angeles, civic leaders and businessmen joined forces to launch the Suburban Redevelopment Fund. The Suburban Redevelopment Fund pledges to speed up housing development for returning GIs.
Gentlemen, this is Dr. Harlan Fontaine. He's our latest investor in the Suburban Redevelopment Fund. Doctor, this is Curtis Benson. He's Vice President of the California Fire and Life. Pleased to meet you, Doctor. Ray Gordon, editor of the Times. Doctor. District Attorney Donald Sandler and Police Chief Warren.
Gentlemen, I am delighted to be in such exalted company.
You're making quite a name for yourself, Doctor, amongst the thespian fraternity.
I find that those of artistic temperament are often of a fragile mental disposition.
It's a short step from miscreant to recidivism, Doctor.
Very true. But I think we could all agree that the City of Angels does rather well basking in the reflection of the motion picture industry.
Hear, hear. And it's something that every sucker getting off a train at Union Station wants a part of. Gentlemen, we're here to sell the American dream, and Hollywood is our greatest advertiser.
So, how is your new development selling, Leland?
Cannot throw them up fast enough, Ray.
And that's part of the problem, Leland. Washington is receiving steady complaints. There's a clamor for public
God damn it, Ray. Public housing is tantamount to communism. Now, that's why we fought this goddamn war. I'm telling you, it's Reds via the back door.
You can't have it both ways, Leland. The new freeways are being built to service all your developments out in the boondocks. They're all being built with government money.
The GI Bill is government money.
There's a difference.
What difference?
The GI money ends up in my pocket.
I hope you mean our pockets, Leland. We're all investors.
Of course, Curtis. So, when will the freeway bond be passed on?
It still has to be ratified. It takes a long time to raise $3 billion.
I need to find a game well or a telephone.
In a great day for the future of Los Angeles, civic leaders and businessmen joined forces to launch the Suburban Redevelopment Fund. The Suburban Redevelopment Fund pledges to speed up housing development for returning GI.
Operator, Los Angeles Police Dispatch, if it's not too much trouble.
Putting you through now.
This is Jack Kelso, investigator for California Fire and Life. Can you put me through to Curtis Benson, please?
Just a moment, please, Mr. Kelso.
Jack, how can I help?
Do you know anything about the Suburban Redevelopment Fund, Mr. Benson?
I've heard of them, Jack. Building new homes for GIs.
With green lumber that was used on movie sets.
Jack, are you working the Buckwalter case?
Mr. Benson, are you part of the Suburban Redevelopment Fund?
Jack, I want you to listen very clearly. Call Miss Lickman. Call her as soon as you hang up. Arrange to see her tonight and get her to agree to the settlement. Do it tonight. Do you hear me?
Yes, sir.
End of story, Jack. I don't want to hear another word about Elsa Lickman or Luke Buckwalter.
Can you put me through to Michigan 221?
Putting the call through.
Hello?
Ms. Lichtman, it's Jack Kelso.
Yes, Mr. Kelso.
I've been looking into your case.
Yes, and what have you found?
It doesn't look good. I need to see you.
Meet me at the Blue Room. I work there tonight. I take a break around 9. I'll be waiting at the stage door. We can talk then. Auf Wiedersehen, Mr. Kelso.
Thank you.
Ma come è scritto Auf Wiedersehen? Tutto strano è scritto. Disco io non lo so, minchia. Auf Wednesday, tutto stranissimo. Boh, disco. Se faccio così? No. Non posso fare niente. È un po' diario. Guarda come è scritto. Aus Wiedersehen. Madonna. Io non me lo ricordo però. Lo sapevo.
And don't suppose I'll make a plea, 'cause baby, you know I'm guilty.
Supponevo che ci fosse anche lui. Io non me lo ricordo perché mi sono passati 5 anni tipo. Quindi passati un po' di anni. Supponevo che ci fosse anche lui l'appuntamento. Arriva o è già arrivato?
What were you doing with him?
I was doing what you asked.
I didn't ask you to meet him in an alleyway.
Why do you snarl at me? Your friend came to ask me to accept the insurance.
He's not my friend, Elsa.
I think he's a brave man, and you have placed him in great danger. You've involved him in something, and he has no idea of the risk. Can you live with that, Cole?
Elsa, I need his help, and he hates my guts.
Forget the past, Cole. He deserves a chance to say no. If he helps you, let it be on his terms.
I'll go see him in the morning.
Voilà, boom. Attenzione, nel vicolo. Si fanno nel vicolo? Attenzione, adesso faccio lo scoop. No. Sono imboscati da qualche parte. Mannaggia, le volevo beccare sul fatto. Macchina. Vedi 81? Ma allora, mantiene il numero della Lysium. Non è brutto questo. Questa mi sa che l'abbiamo già trovata. 82, mamma mia, mi sento male quando faccio queste cose, raga. Questo mi piace. Fai un attimo a vedere perché non è che è lo stesso punto di prima. Dove sono io? Io non mi vedo mai. No. Vabbè. Che a volte rimangano magari per un cavolo di indizio mi rimane aperta la location era qui vicino. Ah, ma sono già stato allora qua, credo. Però è chiuso. C'è anche il coso sopra. Si apre. Si può entrare. Aspetta un attimo, perché mi sa che succede qualcosa, tipo che l'accoppano. Ex sede di Studios. Aspetta, perché qui mi sa che l'accoppano, tipo. Lo stendono, tipo. Cos'è questa cosa? Sì, vabbè.
Nice wiring job, fellas. Keep them in the dark.
Vengono sti dubbi a me ora. No, che culo, basta che giro qui e è finita. Guarda, boom. Questa canzoncina allegra. Oh. Ipidi. Mi sa che succede qualcosa, tipo, non so, tipo...
Hey!
Ma perché è sempre segnata? Manca, scusa. Si può entrare. Manca qualcosa, raga. Aiuto. Un po' qua che c'è. C'è qua.
That's one way to keep your costs down. Too bad it won't support a roof.
Io devo dare tutto io qua. È chiuso. C'è un cavallo. Qui ci siamo andati. Qui non ci si può andare. Ci si può andare. Trallallero trallallà. Siamo bloccati. Qui mi sa che non ci si può andare neanche di qua. Esatto. E allora c'ho... mancava soltanto quello. Forse. Che vedi? Beh. Che è questo qui? Niente. Niente. No, Gio, c'è da andare lì, dai. Dai, giù, 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 giù. Giù, giù. Caro B. Devo andare là. Ah, questi rumori. E niente, insomma, questi rumori rimangono così. E vabbè, andiamo qua. Ho provato. Ah, mi sa che mi sbaglio, però tipo mi sembra che lo stendono tipo dal dietro. O arriva Phelps. Non mi ricordo, cosa del genere comunque. Facciamo finta di essere arrivati ora. Non avevo mai visto niente. Aver visto... Oh, guarda, lì c'è una luce, andiamo a vedere. Lo salti quello, cazzo, su, dai. Vediamo vedere che c'è qua. Piantina. Niente.
You lose something, Mac?
I thought these private eye types were all wise guys with smart mouths.
Looks like the snappy repartee has all dried up.
Get on with it.
What's your hurry, Mac? You got some place to go?
You ever do the cat and mouse routine without a gun in your hand?
Now that's more like it.
Ah, sì? E uno.
Let's put a few gaps in
The tough act's easy to play when it's 3-on-1.
Time for you to lose some teeth.
Ah, vedi? Vedi, qualcosa facevano, ho picchiato un 3.
You're a worn, tough guy. You should learn to take a hint. Get him downstairs and into the trunk. Sure, he turned up all right. He's wishing he didn't. He's in the trunk. He's going nowhere. The boys introduced themselves. What do you want done with him, Mr. Monroe?
Oh.
Yeah, I know a good place. We'll pick up a shovel and a pick on the way. It's up in the hills behind Griffith Park. We'll deal with that German bitch next.
Aia. Tanto che dalla, come dici te, la puttana tedesca c'è il mitico Cole Phelps, stai attento. Che idioti per quel tizio. Ah, ecco, sono accorti.
Elsa.
Sì, esatto. Lo voglio, è mio. Bravo. Scappa, scappa, che è pericoloso.
Sorry, pal. Desperate times.
Pure nuovo. Pure nuovo. Guarda che bucio di sciulo. Madò, dove sto andando? Non lo so, aiuto.
Bad driving.
Vabbè, io pensavo di scendere. Come li semi ora, eh? Forse.
California drivers.
Non è possibile. Ma queste macchine non si muovono.
Control your car.
Visto? Bam. Se facessi un salto, qualcosa.
Is that the last of them?
Si è proprio piantata la macchina, ho fatto un salto e cascata no. Capito quando ero veloce, ma un minimo saltino. Minimo dico. Tranquillo che tanto da Elsa c'è coso. Il cocolo. Loro si pacificano. Sono già le 8, ho fatto tipo 3 ore di live. Sti cazzi. Qua. Vuoi scendere o... ci trovi Cole, fratello, a quest'ora. Al sicuro. Eccolo.
So you're still carrying that Army 45, Cole?
For God's sake, Cole! Call an ambulance!
Caso chiuso di Steam. La verità il dominio pubblico, nonostante tutti gli spazi di lavoro per insabbiarla. Bene, bastardo.
Satchel charges on the cave entrance from above. Covering fire on weapons team. Look for snipers in the trees. You know the drill. No risks, no heroes, no prisoners.
You want some roast on this one, Sarge?
No, you guys have done enough. Head back to Webb's. We are going to blow every cave we come across. Close them down and move on, people.
Damn. I was hoping to get me a samurai sword.
Skipper says that Phelps has fallen behind again. He's got his fire teams checking every cave. He's lost another flamethrower. He wants you to get over there and hurry them along.
Oh, boom. weapons company.
Sir.
Sir.
We have a major cave complex in front of us, Hogaboom. I want flamethrowers and BAR teams to clean it out.
Begging your pardon, sir. But if it's a big complex, why don't we bring the Shermans in? They could pour it in there.
We can't wait for tanks to be brought up. I'm already behind.
Then blow the cave. No skin off our nose. Bury them
We are going in there and clearing them out. We are doing it by the numbers, Sergeant. Get your team in place. We're moving out. Mount up! First fire team and flamethrowers! Head in!
Where's he going? Where's who going?
The big cowboy. He's going in. Who gave that order?
You did.
È andato un po' nel panico, ecco, sei andato. Cortese invito.
Hello, Miss Lichtman. How long have you been sitting there?
Not long, Mr. Kelso.
You look lovely, Princess. You haven't exactly caught me at my best. It's okay, Miss Lichtman. I'm a big boy. I know how to take my licks.
Please, call me Elsa.
Okay, Elsa? What can I do for you?
I'd like to explain because
I can join the dots, Elsa.
Cole needs your help, Jack. The police department have frozen him out.
Look, you're obviously a brave lady, but you can't fight all Cole's battles for him.
I just wanted to apologize for...
You don't have to apologize. You were right about Elysian Fields. Tell me something. What was Lou Buckwalter's regular job?
He was a carpenter. He built sets for RKO, Warner Brothers.
Set carpenter? Perfect. If you don't mind, Elsa, I'd like to get a little rest now. I've got a lot more dots to join, and it's making my head hurt.
That's perfectly understandable, Mr. Jack. I hope we can meet again under less dramatic circumstances.
I hope so too, Princess. I'd like that.
Io ho capito che la nostra Elsa gli piace un po' il cazzo qua e là perché vedi.
You Kelso?
Who's asking?
Peterson, assistant DA.
You're in the wrong building, Peterson. This is a hospital.
A wise guy. Let me tell you a story, Kelso.
Can I get the abridged version? My head hurts.
You're a funny guy, Jack.
What do you want, Peterson?
A colorful character mentioned your name. He said that you might know something about...
There's a problem with colorful characters, Peterson. First they send you over a drink, then they buy you dinner, then you get a phone call in the middle of the night for a favor. Try rubbing shoulders with some solid citizens. They're the ones you're supposed to protect.
You finished, Kelso?
For the moment.
I'm going to run for DA, Kelso. The current administration stinks.
And you want me to help?
I'm looking for a DA's investigator. You get a gun and a badge and $120 a month.
I get $150 a month now.
I'm going after the Vice Squad, Kelso. It's going to get me elected.
I've got something better. How about Leland Monroe?
The property developer?
Do you think I fell down the stairs?
Però sarebbe bello tipo la squadra Kelso con Phelps. Dovrebbero fare tipo L.A Noire 2, tipo con loro due.
Princess. It might be the only R&R I get for some time.
Vai anche con lei adesso? So io. bicchiere d'acqua, non vedo come sia rilevante questa cosa qui, però vabbè, capisco che il gioco non tutto è rilevante. Oh, che cazzo. Là con lui?
The only reason some people get lost in thought is because it's unfamiliar territory.
È arrivato, il poeta è arrivato. Voilà. Clinica, appartamento di cosa? Allora. Ci vediamo dopo scena, se c'è qualcuno bene, se no continuo a giocare il solitaria. Allora non me ne frega niente, io trasmetto, quindi ci si vede dopo scena, bella, e penso di finirlo dopo, non lo so, penso che ci sia anche il DLC di Incendi Dolosi, quindi vedremo come comportarci. A dopo, bella.